Hi guys, welcome to Ask Russell episode 13. Today's question is on what shoes to wear when you're squatting. Came in from Sam. So let me run through a couple of options that people tend to use. So there's the kind of normal running trainer. This isn't actually as bad as the example I want to give because the sole isn't that big. But usually in your normal kind of running shoe, you're talking about maybe even twice as thick as this. So if it's if you go to a running shop and give you a running shoe, it'll tend to be bigger than that. These Nike Frees don't tend to have much on the heel. Then there'll also be the sort of more hardcore guys or like Olympic lifters / people that train a lot might have your specialist kind of lifting shoe. So these have got a hard wooden sole, very low to the ground at the toe, slightly higher at the heel, and they've got a strap that keeps you locked in really solid. And then you'll also get people that will kind of lift in like Chuck Taylors, Converses, or bare feet, effectively with no kind of height on the heel at all. So the good thing about squatting in normal trainers is they do have a bit of a heel. If you've got a heel that gives you some flexibility, help. If you're a bit tight, especially in your calves, then having some kind of heel raise can help you get increased depth in the squat. Take the pressure off your back, you won't have to round off at the bottom. So that's a good thing. But the problem with the big heel is that they're often really squidgy, you roll around a lot, you feel quite unstable. And actually if you wore a proper ollie shoe, the solid Olympic lifting shoe, you'd find you can squat a load easier, a load more comfortably. So the ollie shoe is great because it's just nice and rigid, nice and solid, gives you a little bit of help with your flexibility, and is a great kind of all-round shoe. So if you're serious about your lifting, then that's a good place to start. And then you kind of Converse, kind of flat sole / no shoes, can be really good if you've got the flexibility. So don't just whip those on because someone on Elite FTS told you that you should be doing. You know, it's a legit statement if you're flexible enough to do it. Because what happens if you're not is that you compensate elsewhere. So you might compensate at the knees by letting them sort of duck inwards, or quite often and most often it's at your lower back. So you end up rounding off at your lower back, getting yourself into loads of trouble under loads of load. So it's not really a great idea. So if you've only got running shoes, and you're unflexible, then that's the place to go. If you're flexible enough, you can go barefoot. But if you're serious enough about squatting and Olympic lifting, Olympic lifting shoes are really good and it makes it a hell of a lot easier. So